Hey there, Dom. I thought I would give you a live camera tour of the garden status. I figured that was a better way to do it than just the still shots. That way you'll get some insightful commentary at the same time. So as you notice, the old pump is still doing well. The pear tree is also doing pretty good this year. You know, there's some good pears on it. You know, we didn't have any problem with any frost, so that's pretty good. And also, I planted some flowers. Oh, crap. God. Okay, Dom, sorry about that. The battery died, of course. So here we are, back with the flowers. I got to put some mulch down there, but we'll see what happens. As you'll notice, the marigolds have lost their heads, most of them, because the birds seem to like to pick those. I have no idea why. And then, moving on, the old pot's looking pretty good, Dom, and that stonework looks great. You know, hard to believe we put that together in an afternoon, so that's looking pretty good. And then one of the more interesting things here in the backyard, sunflower grew, and I also planted an extra pepper plant next to it. But if you notice on the sunflower, it's a little crooked. It actually tipped completely over and the stem broke. I propped it up. I thought it was going to die, but it seems okay. Now, speaking of dying, if you notice the grapevines here, quite a few are dead, right? There's not much left there. The stalk that was there is completely gone. Similarly, over here next to the box of chickens, that died out entirely. And some of these other ones, Dom, you can see there's just not a lot here. By now things would be pretty green. And these vines aren't doing well. Right, they need to be replanted. And there's the nursery right now. Don't know if you can tell, but there's 4 of them. 4 cuttings. I think I put those in last year, stuck them in the ground. So they're doing pretty good. Little change in perspective. The apple trees, Dom. Now, I just finished drenching them in insecticide. They look pretty good. I'm going to have to cull some of the fruit off because there's a lot of apples on here. I have to knock some of these off like they did down at the monastery. But so far, so good. You know, I mean, we'll see what happens, but at least it looks like this year there may be some apples we can eat. And the plum tree's doing pretty well. You know, quite a few plums. It normally doesn't need insecticide, but since I had some extra in the gallon, I just thought I'd spray it anyway. So we'll see how she does. Oh, damn, here's the roof. Stone coated steel. And it looks pretty good on the house. It should last practically forever. So I'm happy they finally got it done. Now, moving on to the garden, let's see here. The garlic. Garlic's doing pretty well. And next to that, we got some Swiss chard and some radishes. This is some tiny lettuce, Dom. It's, I think it's endive. I didn't have a lot of luck with the seeds. I planted it twice. The first time there was a bad thunderstorm right after I planted it, and it sort of stirred it all up. But this time it looks like it's taking. Next to it are some carrots, and they're looking pretty good. I put some mulch on, and I actually thinned them out, so that's not bad. And then next to that, some spinach. And that's pretty good. Been having some nice fresh salad. And then over here, the big stuff, potatoes. And they're growing pretty well. Continuing the tour, the fava's doing pretty good. I got to put some strings up so it doesn't tip over. There's a little more escarole here, right? And then some beans, peppers, and tomatoes. Yeah, I planted 3 different kinds. I got them all labeled. I don't remember the names right now. And then some more peppers. And then over here, what we've got, zucchini, and then some cucumbers. You know, they're a little slow, but we'll see what happens. And then some more beans. In this area, I transplanted some lettuce last night, so it's just starting to go. And then down here is the basil. I planted the basil seeds. Should be quite a bit of it. And then we got a little parsley, more lettuce. Over here, a lot of lettuce. I got to transplant this down, some of it. I just waited too long. So it's gotten a little bit big, and plus I don't have anywhere to put it. So I'm sort of monkeying around with that. And then over here is the chicoria, the dandelion greens. And they're doing pretty well. And then here's the baby onions. Savoy cabbage. Another row of peppers. These are onions I planted by seed. So they're doing pretty good. More Swiss chard, and then some peas. Alright, Don, picking up where we left off. Here's the last row. More zucchini, cucumbers, and again some transplanted lettuce. It's still not looking real good, but it's starting to take. Here's the rhubarb. Here's the rhubarb. It did real well. You know, it grew pretty good. I didn't do much with it. Phil picked some yesterday to make some rhubarb pie, so that's good. And then over here I put in 2 rows of onion sets. One red and one yellow, and they've been pretty good. And then next to that is some more transplanted lettuce. And also another row of beans. And then out here, Dom, you know, things don't usually grow well. I put a row of peppers in. And actually, you can see a couple of them. I think these are the the long Italian hot peppers. So we'll see how they do. Down one more part of the garden that underwent some dramatic changes. A lot of the grapes got affected down under the patio. You know, you can't really tell too much here looking at it from this direction. But if we go close, you remember those big vines toward the back. They also died. You know, there used to be some big ones right there. That's all that's left of one, and I planted another one underneath. And then the other two, you can see there's some new seedlings being planted there. And then down, I don't know what to do with the box of chickens duck pond. I can't fit the mower in here. And it's a hassle cutting it, and I got to get the weed whacker, and I haven't done it yet. So hopefully pretty soon I'll do it. Although I'll tell you one surprising thing. Although he's not in there now, good old Butts likes to sleep in the old duck house. So at least it serves some purpose. Sometimes he sleeps on top, sometimes he's inside. And then the raspberries look pretty good on top. But then if you look down, it's all weeds. I mean, you did a good job with the mulch. I forget when you put it in. God, it had to be 4 or 5 years ago now. And I've actually pulled out quite a few weeds. They've grown back. If I get some time, I'm gonna dig under there one more time and then put a lot of mulch on it. So hopefully that'll do better for the raspberries. But so far, I think they're gonna do okay. I think they even have some small ones on the plants. I'm not sure. Let's take a look here. I think there are some baby raspberries on there. Now, it's not all vegetables. A lot of the flowers have died, but Grandma's peonies, I've been trying to keep them alive, and so far they've been doing pretty well. You know, these are around the front of the house, and yeah, they've been doing real well. Ignore the beautiful weeds there. And then we got more here. So those are all doing all right. I think Grandma would be proud of the work. Here's a nice one.